Hey everyone, it's Kute here. Today I have a very exciting and special video for you right now that you won't want to miss. I'm going to teach you the master keys of how to make yourself completely miserable. How do you make yourself completely miserable? No, it's not my new book, but I wanted to share it with you because I see so many people out there today doing such an amazing job of making themselves completely and utterly and like divinely miserable. It's like amazing that I just thought I wanted to make it into a formula, to codify it, so that perhaps you could learn from some of those master keys. So what is it? How do you make yourself completely miserable? Are you ready? Take out your notepad because this is really important information. Number one, focus on every single thing in your life that you cannot control. Focus on trying to control me, trying to control your spouse, trying to control the weather. God forbid, why is it not raining? It should rain. Maybe if I meditate and do enough mantras, I can make it rain. Focus on trying to control, every single thing. Your spouse, your child, life, the government, the economy. Focus on traffic, God forbid, traffic in LA or wherever you are. It's like, focus on everything in your life that you have no control over. And I promise you, you are guaranteed to be miserable. Number two, focus on the future. The future, which in this moment isn't here right now, but focus on everything that could happen, that might happen, everything negative that could happen, that might happen, that possibly will happen, that maybe will happen, that isn't happening, that could happen but isn't happening, that should happen but isn't happening, that maybe it will happen but isn't happening right now. Where is it? Where is this future that you might be focusing on right now? And many times we go into the future, we create a negative future fantasy about all the shit that's gonna happen that hasn't happened now, and we drive ourselves completely crazy in this moment right now about something that doesn't exist in this moment and may never actually happen ever, but we have a jolly good time driving ourselves crazy for something that's never happened. I mean, if you're going to drive yourself crazy, at least wait till it's happening and then do it. It's like going into a restaurant. If you're gonna pay for a $100, bowl of soup or a $100 salad or a $100 meal, at least eat the meal. Don't go into a restaurant and pay for a meal that you're not going to eat. So focusing on the future and everything that might happen is a great key to drive yourself completely miserable. Number three, you might be wondering, what's number three? Beat yourself up and judge yourself constantly about everything. Oh my God, this vest is horrible. I'm worthless. I'm not enough. Oh, do they like me? Are they watching? Do you like watching the video? Oh, maybe what's wrong with me? I'm bad. Oh my God, I'm bad. I'm just worthless. I'm just, everything I do never works out. God doesn't like me. I mean, just constantly judge yourself. I should be more spiritual. I should be beyond where I am right now. I should be more enlightened. I should be more healed. I should be more evolved. I should know better. What are the judgments that you're judging yourself about constantly over and over again in the mind, judging yourself? Many times we think that beating ourselves up to try and make ourselves do something else instead, beating ourselves up about a certain pattern that we don't like, is actually going to help us stop the pattern. All judging yourself and beating yourself up does is simply reinforce the very thing you're judging and beating yourself up about, because real healing is applying love to the part of you that hurts. So don't think that beating yourself up is going to actually heal you. It just keeps you stuck where you're at. But it's a great way to make yourself completely miserable. What's the next key? You might be wondering. The next key is simply be a complete victim about everything. Oh, life, why is this happening to me? They cut me off in traffic. Oh my God, it's me. It's because I'm too fat. It's because you know, God doesn't love me. It's like, well, be a victim. Take no responsibility and be a complete victim about everything. You will feel so amazingly powerless. So powerless. See, whenever you don't take responsibility and you're a victim, then you also give up your power to choose in that moment how you want to respond to that moment and control, do what you can do in that moment based on your resources and what you have. You're just powerless instead to just be at the effect of everything that's going on. Life happens. That we can't control what life happens. It's going to rain in life. You can't necessarily control that the fact it's going to rain. What you can control is what you do with that. Are you going to sit in the rain and go, oh, the rain, you know, the rain gods don't like me? Or will you stand in the rain and maybe take a shower? Like, you know, I've seen certain homeless people thank God for the rain. You know, it's like they just take a shower in the rain. Or will you take an umbrella? Or will you use that rain or the weather as an opportunity to go into your house and watch some movies with your loved ones and connect and sip some hot cocoa and have a lovely time? Being a victim, giving up all responsibility, 100% will make you completely and utterly and totally miserable. Next key to complete misery is resist everything. Nope, 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 resist everything. This isn't happening, this can't be happening, this shouldn't be happening. Where you have all sorts of ideas in your mind about what life should be, how things should be, how people should be, how life is, and you resist the moment. So the pattern in the mind to make yourself completely miserable is the experience that I'm having right now is not the experience that I should be having right now. So you have some preconceived idea of the experience you should be having. I shouldn't be late. There shouldn't be traffic. There shouldn't be rain. They shouldn't be this way. If you're experiencing what you're experiencing, I believe that it is what it is. The more you're able to make peace with what is, the more you can move out of being a victim. The more you're able to make peace with what is, you no longer resist what is, then you're able to at least cultivate creativity and resources to do your best to navigate and choose your response to what is in that moment. But if you resist it, you're stuck. If you resist it, you're stuck and you're blocked from your own creative energy, your own higher potential from doing anything in the situation. So if you want to make yourself completely miserable, resist everything. Every single thing that ever happens to you, resist it. So here's the final key for making yourself completely miserable. Look outside of yourself for a sense of worth, validation, approval, and love. Do they love me? Do they love me? Please love me. Tell me I'm enough. Tell me you love me. Where are you? Come back. Love me. Do you like my jacket? Do you like my vest? Oh my God, what do they think? What do you think? What do you think? Am I doing an okay job in this video? Tell me, please tell me I'm enough. Tell me I'm doing an okay job in this video. This is kind of like, this is a recipe for complete suffering and misery. This sense of looking outside of yourself to try and get your cup full. When you are seeking outside of yourself for a sense of self-worth, for a sense of validation, you will be completely miserable. Because you walk up to people and say, please fill up my cup. And they might say, well, you know, if you do 14 somersaults, if you act the way I want you to act, and you are the way I want you to be, which leads to self-betrayal, then I'll love you and I'll tell you you're okay and I'll validate you. So then you have to do cartwheels and do all this, you know, this circus performance to just get them to love you. Not only is it exhausting, tiring, miserable, but you end up disconnecting from your own authentic self and your own authentic truth. Those are the keys to making yourself completely miserable. So if you're ready to give up suffering, if you're ready to give up misery. And sometimes we get so used to misery, we get so used to suffering, we get so used to life being a certain way that we get comfortable with what we know, the suffering that we know. But if you're ready to open to the beauty of life, because you know, life is beautiful. You know, life is beautiful not because it's perfect, it's beautiful because it contains everything. It contains everything, the ups and downs, the rain, the sun. If you're willing to embrace life as it is, to embrace life as it isn't, and enjoy your experience of each moment without resisting, enjoy the experience of what it is to be fully alive, which is, we're not perfect, we're human beings. Human beings, we're not perfect. The soul is perfect, but we're not perfect. There's always going to be ups and downs. To remember that it's not so much about what happens, but it's about how you navigate and love yourself through it. And it's really about your relationship with yourself as you go through life, and your relationship with what emerges in life itself. The more you're able to love yourself through this experience of being you, this experience of being alive, this experience of being human, the freer you'll be no matter what happens outside. You can't control what the cosmic DJ is going to spin, what kind of music. You know, life is a party, but you can't control what the cosmic DJ is going to play. But you can control how you're going to dance, how you're going to dance and navigate through the party of life. You can sit on the sidelines, you can moan and complain and groan, or you can decide to have a jolly, mighty, and amazing great time at the grand ball, at the grand party called life. Are you ready? Love now.